the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Mike Will and Tyson Havronic ready to start a brand new work week. It is a Monday today, the 16th day of December for 2024, as we inch ever so very close to Christmas time here for another year. Anyway, lots to talk about, lots on the plate again today as we get going here on Huddle Up. The Nebraska volleyball team heading to their 18th NCAA Final Four. We'll tell you about that coming up. Nebraska is set to hire a new secondary coach. He comes from Central Florida. We'll talk about that coming up. Danny Kalin, the former Husker quarterback, is now found a landing spot where he'll be playing his college ball. We'll tell you about that coming up. Nebraska men's and women's basketball teams were in action over the weekend. Hastings College men's and women's basketball teams were in action, as well as UNK. All that and more coming up. Plus, we'll take a peek at some high school basketball played around the area on Saturday night. So, all that and more as you get up and get going with us here. And welcome to the breakfast table, so to speak, as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
And a good morning to you as well, Mike, as we, 9 days until the Christmas holiday as the shopping season for me officially starts this week, as we'll have a white elephant exchange coming up this afternoon with some of the folks down at CCC. So I better, get a gift here in the next couple hours before I head over to that event. And then after that, it officially gets underway. So, 9 shopping days left until the Christmas holiday, and just starting to get into that Christmas cheer a little bit as 'tis the season. Good morning.
Are you at least forming a list of things that you have to buy? I know you're a last-minute guy, and you'll probably be out right up until the very end. At least, are you putting together a little list? All right, I've got to buy this. I got to buy this. Dad, I better get something for Dad.
Right.
Start making some plans, and not just going out to the store like on the 23rd or 24th and just wandering around looking for stuff to buy.
I've done that. It has not proved as successful. A little strategy that I launched a while back ago is just like in conversation, when I hear things like, oh, I could use that, or I might need that, I make a little jot down in my phone.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, right. The problem is, though, that I've got like multiple notes on my phones, and I'm not quite sure whose is what gift, and I can't remember who said what. So it could be just like a wide assortment of gifts that are given and then are exchanged in my family, for sure, at least from me.
So, like, Dad could be receiving like a bread maker.
Oh, Dad's got a bread maker. Dad has most of the kitchen appliances. Dad could be receiving things like Bath and Body Works spray, and then exchange that for a table saw that Mom got. You know, it's like, I don't remember who wanted all this crap.
And Mom could be receiving the table saw.
Exactly.
Here, Mom. Merry Christmas. Opens it up and it's a table saw.
Right. It's just what I've always wanted.
Anyway, good morning to everyone, wherever you are listening to us at. We appreciate each and every one of you, whether you're on line with our website at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone with our free mobile app on your smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, we're everywhere. So we got the cameras set up, so if you'd like to watch us, you can do our thing this morning. If you'd like to chime in, we'd like to get you involved with the show as well. Leave us a message on Facebook or Twitch, wherever you're watching us, or better yet, give us a call at 402-834-1330. We'd love to chat with you, whether it's sports-related or not. We'll take all those calls at 402-834-1330. Well, Blazing 5 this week. We'll start there. Yeah. Blazing 5, all three of us, you, me, and our guest predictor, Tim, all went 3-2.
Par for the course. That's cart golf right there.
That's pretty good. We all go 3-2. We keep our heads above water.
Winning record.
So, winning records for each of us. As far as mine is concerned, we lose on the Army-Navy game. We were so confident in Army beating Navy by 6.5 points. What goes on? Well, Navy goes out and beats us straight up 31-13. So we all three go down right off the bat.
I immediately was concerned about the Army-Navy game when all three of us were on. I'm like, oh, that's not a good sign. If all three of us are on, there's something brewing. Something is sneaky. And I thought maybe I might want to go the other way with this in my wallet, but I didn't. I held strong, and Army did not show up to play as they were defeated outright by the midshipmen.
I also had Western Kentucky getting 8 points against South Alabama. That was a win for me. South Alabama wins by 7. Nice. I had the Chiefs yesterday giving 4 points to Cleveland, and the Chiefs won 21-7, so that's a win for me. I had Buffalo getting 2.5 points at Detroit. And Buffalo wins straight up over the Lions, 48-42, so that was a win. I lost on Pittsburgh, getting 5 points at Philadelphia. Philadelphia wins 27-13, so I go 3-2 with my Blazing 5.
Our two losses were the exact same. I lost on the Pittsburgh Steelers in that Philadelphia matchup, lost on Army in the Navy matchup. Bengals end up winning by a couple touchdowns over the Tennessee Titans, so they cover their 5-point spread. The Texans were sitting at -3 against the Dolphins. They end up winning by double figures. Scary situation, by the way, in that Miami game. If you saw that hard hit to the wide receiver, kind of left wide open over the middle, and just took a hard shot to the head. And we wish him the best. Was in stable condition at last check yesterday evening, so certainly our thoughts are with the Miami locker room right now. But then Dallas Cowboys, this was the confusing one, right? We talked about this one Friday, Mike. Dallas was a 2.5-point underdog against Carolina, and we all said, if Dallas loses this matchup to the Carolina Panthers, there's going to be some sweeping changes come Monday. There's no need for some sweeping changes. Dallas won easily over the Carolina Panthers, and I'm still scratching my head about that line, about that spread. Dallas wins easily against Carolina.
I'm trying to figure out what the Las Vegas odds makers were looking at in that ball game. That was one that just popped off with a sheet.
Yeah.
When we looked at that last week, Dallas underdog to Carolina. Anyway, the Cowboys took care of business to
Thanks,
get
Vegas,
you
for the easy money.
That got you at 3-2 for the week. Timmy boy, he was on the Army as well, so he lost that game. He was on the Miami-Houston game. He went the other way. He had the Dolphins, so he lost there. But then he came back with 3 wins. He had Cincinnati over Tennessee. Then he had the overs on the Baltimore-New York Giants game. That was 43.5. They combined to score 49 in that game, so that was a win for Timmy boy. Then he had the overs on the Buffalo and Detroit at 53. That was an easy win.
Yeah.
Well, they scored 90.
I think both teams nearly had that by themselves.
Yeah, 48-42 was the
90
final.
points straight up.
So they put 90 up. So Timmy boy, he goes 3-2 for his Blazing 5. So not too bad. We can kind of pat ourselves on the back. 3-2. We'll do it again on Friday morning at 7:30. You and I got into a little bowl bonanza.
Yep.
Over the weekend, as we're going to be picking the winners and confidence points on the bowl games that are coming up. We had 2 bowl games on Saturday. The Celebration Bowl, Jackson State against South Carolina State, and the Veterans Bowl with South Alabama and Western Michigan. I had South Alabama for a win, 28 confidence points, so that gives me 28 points. I lost on South Carolina State. You hit them both. You went 2-0. You had Jackson State and South Alabama, but your confidence rating is at 20. So I'm officially ahead in our bowl bonanza, 28-20. But you have a better record than me. You're at 2-0, and I'm at 1-1.
No drop points here on the Western Studios, and no missed opportunities. But yeah, the South Carolina State Jackson State game, I don't think anybody really had a whole lot of confidence going into that one anyway. It's two schools from the FCS, but yeah, you were, interestingly enough, when your Western Michigan pick in that matchup where you took South Alabama in your confidence and rated them quite highly in your
28
confidence points, but then turned around on the Blazing 5 and said, "Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that spread." So you had that game pretty well locked in. I got to be honest with you. I didn't think. I thought you were going to go one way or the other in that matchup.
You told me Friday. You questioned me.
I did. I thought that was I said that was a very bold strategy.
I took Western Michigan in my Blazing 5, and then I locked in South Alabama on the bowl pool with 28 confidence points. The spread was, 8 points, and they won by 7.
You had that locked in, man.
Yeah, right.
Good stuff.
That wasn't really by design.
Next bowl, Frisco Bowl, coming up tomorrow.
The 17th. That's tomorrow.
With
All
Memphis and West Virginia. So we'll make our next bowl bonanza pick coming up on tomorrow's show.
All right, you got, what I tell you, you had 20 points, and I got 28.
8-point lead.
All right, so...
Stroman once in on bowl bonanza, by the way.
I saw that. Do we really want to put up with him every day?
We'll just take his, he can call in a couple picks.
Frisco Bowls tomorrow. Then we'll have games Tuesday, Wednesday. Oh, we got games all week.
Wednesday,
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
Saturday. So we got
picks
games
for the rest of the show.
Yeah, we got picks every single day this week. So
nice.
That's good because a lot of people download this show when we get done because they might miss portions of the show. They miss our picks. So just put a little note out there. Download our show every day this week because we're gonna have picks for you.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you can get to the end of the show and then go to Roku. You can download our show there or go to our podcast. I guess we haven't mentioned that. You can always go to our podcast and listen to the show again. So if you happen to miss it between 7 until 8 on the Monday through Friday, you can always listen to it at your own leisure. Listen to it during the noon hour if you want.
Absolutely.
That's okay.
I know we'll hit John Cook up coming up a little bit later on in the show with some audio clips there. How about the Huskers going to the Final Four again and sweeping Wisconsin for the third time this season? What a show!
Yeah, they win pretty easily yesterday in Lincoln. But anything less than a Final Four appearance, I think that'd be a big downer for Nebraska volleyball. Everybody had us really penciled into the Final Four. And John even said it in his news conference. They asked him about fans going to Louisville. He says, I think they've already bought their tickets. I think they've had us in there for the duration of the year. And, the place is going to be sold out at the Yum Center. I love that. I love the KFC. Is it the KFC Yum Center?
The KFC Yum Center.
Yeah, in Louisville. That's where the Final Four is going to be. Anyway, Thursday, they'll play Penn State. They win against Penn State on Thursday. They'll play for the national championship on Sunday at 2 against either Louisville or Pittsburgh. And you kind of had a chip on your shoulder all season long about Pitt being ranked number 1 over Nebraska. Well, if it comes to fruition, so to speak, they'll play for the national championship on Sunday.
But how about this? Look at that Final Four, man. All 1 seeds.
Yep.
That goes chalk the entire way. That's a little bit of a rarity on the volleyball side of things. There was no big gigantic upsets to uproot the number 1 seeds from all advancing to the Final Four. Creighton takes Penn State to 5, and before Penn State kind of pulls away in that 5th set. I was not anticipating the thing to go chalk, but there's so many intriguing storylines, and I'm good if we can find a way. Nebraska finds a way to beat Penn State. Penn State, of course, knocking off Nebraska right at the tail end there of the conference season to get that share of the Big Ten Conference Championship. That's an intriguing matchup with intriguing storylines. You have the race between number 1 and number 2 that could develop if Nebraska beats Penn State. Pittsburgh's able to beat Pittsburgh's able to beat Louisville. Then you have that number 1, number 2 They've been arguing all season about who should be number one. That could be settled. If Penn State and Pittsburgh play, then you have the Battle of Pennsylvania. That would be an intriguing storyline. And then, of course, if Nebraska can meet Louisville, it's John Cook going up against Danny Busboom Kelly, former Husker, now head coach of the Louisville Cardinals. So there's lots of intrigue, I think, in this Final Four. This is, from a volleyball fan perspective, this is a spectator's dream. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You'll be able to see both matches on Thursday night on ESPN, and then, like we said, the national championship game will be over on ABC at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. So you want your volleyball fix, there you go. But, yeah, definitely a great day yesterday. A little volleyball mixed in with all the NFL football. Mm-hmm. You had to watch Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
So you kind of missed a little bit of the NFL stuff. The Chiefs were playing at that time. Chiefs had things pretty well in hand against Cleveland, so yeah, everybody just kind of flipped over and watched Nebraska volleyball yesterday.
We had the 2 p.m. Huskers, and then again, they were able to sweep Wisconsin, which I didn't think was going to be a real possibility. I was kind of nervous about missing a lot of that Buffalo game. As it turns out, Buffalo-Detroit go to one of the most classic football games that I think we've seen so far this season. Really rivaled when Buffalo and Kansas City got together. It had that kind of that big fight feel to it, and a lot of the pundits had come out in the football talk shows, and I know it's fuel for you guys over there in Chiefs Kingdom right now. You keep hearing about Super Bowl favorites. Everyone's talking about Bills and Lions, and I think we're all forgetting, like, hey, there's a team that's going to be the number one seed in the AFC that's going to have to run through. If I'm a Chiefs fan, that would be the case I'd be making today. But so many pundits and so many experts are saying Buffalo and Detroit are the likely teams that could square off in the Super Bowl. I'll believe it when I see it, because those are two fan bases that have not had historic good runs through the NFL postseason. Let's just say that.
Chiefs fans a little bit concerned today. Patrick Mahomes won out late in the ball game yesterday against the Cleveland Browns with an ankle injury. Kind of the same story. Remember a year ago, he was kind of hobbled toward the end of the season, and he was in, he was out. He was in, he was out. Well, now they got him listed as maybe questionable for this week's game against Houston. In fact, Houston, I saw this morning, Houston opened up as a favorite over Kansas City this weekend in a game played in Kansas City.
Interesting.
That's how much Patrick Mahomes means to Kansas City, although the Chiefs are one of the teams with a very good backup, Carson Wentz. He got into the ball game yesterday. He will play this weekend. Patrick cannot play, but Houston came out as a favorite over Kansas City this weekend in a game played at Arrowhead. So we'll keep our we'll keep our eyes on the health of Patrick Mahomes. So that's not what we wanted to see. If you're a Chiefs fan, our offense is struggling anyway. That's not what we wanted to see here at the end of the season. But it was the same story last year, and Mahomes got through it. And Andy Reid said if that would have been a playoff game, or that would have been in the postseason, that Mahomes could have played the rest of the game yesterday. But with the Chiefs in control of the game against the Browns at 21-7, they thought the best thing was to get him out of the game and at least get Carson Wentz in there to take some reps and to finish off the ball game. And that's what they did.
Yeah, we got some comments rolling in, and I know you got it back in your notes. Hit me with that volleyball schedule one more time on the Final Four. It's Friday and Sunday, right?
No, it's Thursday and Sunday.
Thursday and Sunday.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, we got a comment in about volleyball. Do they really need 2 days off between the semis and championships? And I think that's obviously a lot to do with the programming side of things. You got college football bowl games. You got the pro football side of things. And you flip over the volleyball championships to ESPN on a Sunday, where your Fox and CBS markets have all the NFL. That just makes more sense to get more eyeballs for ESPN. So I'm assuming it's a marketing play, unless what they actually need for rest on the days off for volleyball.
And I think didn't John Cook last year complain about the schedule, that it was too tight? I think he did. I think he complained about the postseason last year, that the schedule was too tight and they needed a day or so in between matches. So it could be a combination of things. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play the semifinals on Thursday and the finals on Sunday. It is what it is. Take it for what it's worth. Yeah. Anyway, you're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. Huddle up on Extreme Sports. Again, if you'd like to drop us a message, you can. Anything we're discussing or anything that you want to discuss or want us to discuss, give us a shout out on the Facebook or better yet, give us a call at 402-834-1330. This is another edition of Huddle Up this morning on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Local news this hour brought to you in part by the Hastings Federal Credit Union, where since 1946, Hastings Federal Credit Union has been a part of the Hastings community, and its community that is at the heart of everything they do. As a nonprofit financial cooperative, the credit union is owned by the members who join, and joining the credit union, well, it's as simple as opening a primary savings account. So with a convenient drive-up, a 24-hour ATM, and a friendly staff that knows each member by name, why would you go anywhere else? It's Hastings Federal Credit Union, 707 North Marion Road, or online at hastingsfcu.org. Hastings Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. We'll start off this morning in Hastings, where we have more details on that house fire at 205 East 4th Street in Hastings last week. Cause of the fire has been determined to be accidental and involved the use of portable propane heaters, which ignited nearby combustibles. The house is a total loss. There was some damage to one of the properties of one of the neighbors. The conversation surrounding the future operation of the smallest elementary school in Grand Island Public School District continues, and after hearing public comment, district recommendations, and discussion around the future operational status of Seedley Mile Elementary, the Board of Education has decided to hold the action item vote tomorrow. The goal, making the decision before winter break to provide students, staff, families, and the community a decision as early in the school year as possible. Meanwhile, over in K-Town, the Fred and Pamela Buffett Cancer Center in Kearney opened its doors to the public on Friday. Along with the traditional cancer treatments, the opening of the center also provides a stronger path for education for medical students. The $52 million project offers radiology and oncology, as well as infusion treatment and a resource center for comfort care. And minimum wage is moving on up in Nebraska, as employees on minimum wage are getting an extra $1.50 an hour per raise, or $1.50 per hour raise. The Nebraska Department of Labor posted a notice on Friday set to go into effect on January 1st. The rate will increase from $12 per hour to $13.50 as scheduled. The rate is scheduled to raise by $1.50 annually for another 2 years, hitting $15 an hour by 2026. 7:22, we'll swing back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Well, the Nebraska volleyball team has advanced to their 18th NCAA Final Four after sweeping Wisconsin 26-24, 25-17, 25-21 yesterday at the Devaney Center. Taylor Landfair led the Huskers with 11 kills. Harper Murray was named the regional MVP. Nebraska will play Penn State on Thursday at 8 o'clock in Louisville, Kentucky. The Nittany Lions got by Creighton yesterday, 25-15, 16-25, 25-22, 22-25, and 15-2. In the other semifinal match on Thursday, Pittsburgh will play Louisville at 6:30. Both matches will be on ESPN. Two winners will play on Sunday at 2 for the national championship on ABC. Nebraska is set to hire former Central Florida defensive coordinator Addison Williams as their new secondary coach. Williams has spent the last 4 years with the Knights. Before that, he spent time at Coastal Carolina and Auburn. He played his college ball at South Carolina. Former Nebraska quarterback Danny Kaelin is transferring to Virginia. Kaelin will have 4 years of eligibility remaining. He did not appear in a game for the Huskers in 2024 and entered the transfer portal earlier this month. The Nebraska men's basketball team picked up their first conference win of the season on Friday with a decisive 85-68 win over Indiana at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Bryce Williams had 30 points for the Huskers. Nebraska held the Hoosiers to just 35% shooting in the game, including 8 of 35 from three-point range. Nebraska now 7-2 in the season. They are 1-1 in the conference. They will play their next game on Sunday against Murray State in Honolulu. The Nebraska women's basketball team beat Chattanooga 66-42 yesterday at PBA. Huskers pulled away by outscoring the Mocs 22-12 in the fourth quarter. Top-ranked Dordt held the Hastings College women's basketball team without a field goal in the first quarter on Saturday and beat the Broncos 92-54. The defenders led 18-3 after the first quarter and led at halftime 36-17. Addison Monerick led the Broncos with 9 points. Hastings now 7-3. They are 4-3 in the conference and will head to Hawaii to play in the Honolulu Classic. Their first game will take place at 3 o'clock on Thursday against Benedictine of Kansas. Hastings College men's basketball team lost to Dordt 99-68. The defenders hit nearly 62% of their field goals in the game, including 14 of 30 on three-pointers. Deron Hall had 20 points for the Broncos. Hastings now 1-9 in the season, 0-6 in the conference. They'll be in Florida this week, where they'll play Kaiser University on Tuesday at 3 o'clock. A couple of notes here in sports. The Nebraska Kearney men's basketball team lost to Central Missouri 59-57 on Saturday. The Lopers now 1-7. They're 0-2 in the conference. They will host Regis on Friday. The women beat Central Missouri 70-53. So UNK women now 8-2 on the season. They're 2-0 in the MIAA. They'll play host to York tonight, beginning at 6 at the Health and Sports Center. Boys high school basketball from Saturday. St. Cecilia lost to Blue Hill 48-29. The Hawks are now 0-4. Hastings High beat Grand Island Central Catholic 48-45 in overtime. The Tigers are now 3-1. In girls basketball, St. Cecilia beat Blue Hill 37-27. The Hawkettes are now 3-1. Hastings High defeated North Platte 45-38. The Tigers are now 2-2. In the late NFL game last night, Green Bay beat Seattle 30-13. Jordan Love completed 20 of 27 passes for 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. Seattle quarterback Geno Smith injured his knee in the third quarter. His status for Sunday's game against Minnesota is unknown. So that's a check on your sports headlines this morning. It's now 7:27 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
As we head back to work and school on this Monday, plenty of sunshine today, a high close to 50 degrees, but it'll be breezy. West-northwest winds 5 to 15, we'll have some gusts in the mid-20s. Overnight tonight, we have more clouds coming into the picture. Overnight low of 26. Tuesday, a few more clouds, will still be mild, a high of 46 degrees. We'll still have some wind with some gusts out of the south at about 20 miles per hour. 29 is the Tuesday night to Wednesday morning low, and 40s to 50s the rest of the week.
Right now in Hastings, as you wake up and get going, we've got south winds at 10 miles per hour, gusts to around 21. It is mostly clear. It is 33 in Hastings on Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Hey Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Extreme Sports has been bringing you the exclusive home of Hastings College Athletics, and we're just getting started. Thanks to our incredible sponsors and your support, Extreme Sports 2 has been a huge success. And now we're excited to announce the launch of Extreme Sports 3. With Extreme Sports 3, you'll get even more local sports coverage. Plus, 24/7 access to Sports by Line, where you'll hear the best in national sports talk. Whether it's Hastings College, high school action, or the latest from around the sports world, we've got it covered across all 3 streams. And don't forget, when we're not broadcasting games, join us weekday mornings from 7 to 8 a.m. for Huddle Up with Mike Will and Tyson Havronik. It's the perfect way to start your day with sports, news, weather, and great local interviews. So tune in, check out all 3 streams, and stay with us for even more sports coverage coming soon. Thank you to our sponsors for making it all possible, and to you, our listeners, for keeping Extreme Sports strong.
Mike Will, Tyson Havronik, back with you on a Monday morning, the 16th of the month. I was just watching the monitor.
Doesn't that make you feel big time? Like when you're sitting over there and you're like watching the monitor and getting kind of caught up and like, oh wait, we gotta get back on.
Oh yeah, I get back on. I gotta press the
cameras are back
button.
on us.
Yeah, if you're watching on Facebook Live or Twitch or wherever you're watching the video portion of the screen, I feel big time. The IT guy has went all out here the last couple of weeks.
Making us feel awesome. Making us feel like stars, rock stars.
We're not stars. We're not experts.
We're not experts on anything.
No, that's for damn sure. We're not experts on anything.
Speaking of, today is 16th day of December. Let's get into this a little bit before we quickly dive into Husker volleyball chats and some of the coaches that you got lined up. Today, celebrate by covering anything you want in chocolate. It is chocolate covered anything day today. Oh. Anything that you want.
What would it be? What would it be?
I suppose, I don't know.
This time of the year, my wife and I, when we go out, no, chocolate-covered cherries.
Oh, yeah.
We're eating those by the dozen. And
those are so good.
And I hope my doctor is not tuned into us this morning because he'll slap my hand because I look at the sugar content.
Oh, God.
On chocolate covered. You don't want to look at them.
No.
But they're so good.
They are so. Those are real damn good.
But you only get 10. You only get 10 cherries in a box, though. So I feel like a real hog when I go up to the check stand. I got like 5 boxes.
Right.
5 boxes of chocolate covered cherries.
It'd be like I got a big family.
Well, they don't last long. They don't last long around here.
No.
So
because they're good.
Yeah, so cherries would be one that I'd cover chocolate with. Let's see, what else? You can cover just about anything with chocolate.
Pretty much. I mean, except for Italian food, I think.
But I think people put pretzels in chocolate.
Yep. But you know what I do not like? Out of all the things, I love covering everything in chocolate, but I hate chocolate fountains. I hate chocolate fountains.
Why?
I think they're disgusting. Because people are dipping in the chocolate. And you don't know if anybody's double dipped or maybe taking a bite and then, ooh, this would be good in chocolate. And then, I've never been a fan of chocolate fountains.
So when you go to a wedding and people have those, you stray away from that? No, you're one of the first in line.
You get suckered in.
No, yeah, admit it.
You get suckered in, but I hate it. I hate the idea of it. I hate the concept.
You just don't think about it.
You try not to.
I know, just don't think about it and bug it.
You try not to, but then you see those little kids. They're like picking their nose, and they're sitting there, and they're like, "Ooh, chocolate-covered boogers."
Oh no!
They just stick their fingers in there.
Yeah, stick their fingers in there after.
It works. You know how it works. It is also. And this one's weird. It is Barbie and Barney Backlash Day.
What's that?
Barbie and I think like for anyone that has horrible flashbacks that from the cartoon dinosaur that ruined their childhood to Barbie and Barney Backlash Day. Good opportunity to like just take a crap on those two things. Anyways, but chocolate covered anything day. That's the most important.
That's the only two things that's on the agenda for today?
Literally the only two things that pulled up on my calendar.
All right. We'll go with it.
Yeah.
We'll go with it. 7:35, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. Again, thanks for joining us as we begin another work week together here as we inch closer to the Christmas holiday. Amber, I see chiming in on the Patrick Mahomes injury. The Chiefs are playing 3 games in a matter of 11 days. Wow. Right, they're busy. Obviously, their busiest time of the year. And now we got Patrick Mahomes on the. He's not on the injured list yet, but I assume when it comes out later on today, he'll be listed one way or the other, and we'll have to see what he does. He'll go through rehab today, and he'll be better. I think the Chiefs playing Saturday this week, don't they?
I was going to say, I mean, I was trying to calculate how you can get 3 games in 11 days, and Thursday, Sunday, Saturday would do it. Yep. So that would do it.
No, Thursday, Saturday, and then they play Christmas Day. They play Christmas Day against the Steelers.
God, you guys are booked.
I know we are. And with the Chiefs playing on Christmas Day, obviously we had to rearrange our Christmas schedule.
How do you get 14 days for 2 games?
Yeah.
On a typical schedule, and you guys are playing 3 and 11?
Yeah, NFL screws us again.
Who the hell thought that would be a good idea?
We saw that on the schedule earlier this year. I said, what? Thanks, NFL.
Jesus, no crap.
And then they put the Steelers on the Christmas Day, which will be a good game, but hell, I'll be right in the midst of 3 games in 11 days.
Steelers got 3 games in 10 days, according to Lou Dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Jesus, you talk about volleyball getting 2 days of rest.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah, so Lou Dog, he's chiming in. Steelers, 3 games in 10 days. Chiefs have 3 games in 11 days, so they're going to be playing on Christmas Day. So that's on the mind of some people on the Facebook Live as they are listening to us and watching us here today. So if you'd like to chime in, go ahead. We'd love to hear from you. We talked about Husker volleyball. Let's just hop in here at 7:35. The Huskers with a big win yesterday over Wisconsin, 26-24, 25-17, 25-21. Head coach John Cook obviously happy with a win.
I think this is one of the hardest regional finals we've ever had because of Wisconsin. And they're a phenomenal team. They've got great efforts, great players. They are very well coached. And we had to play our best match of the year to win this match today. And so much respect for the Badgers. And I asked our team, and I told them that we were going to have to really max it out today. And they responded and did a great job. And even though few times it wasn't going really well, they just stayed with it and found ways to win. And the other thing is I asked our crowd to will us, and I'm not sure I've heard the Devaney this loud for this long, every point. And so thanks to our crowd, they were unbelievable today.
And the coach went on to say it was a great way for his 5 seniors to close out their career at home.
No, this is, Merritt's undefeated here, and for those 5 seniors there's a lot of pressure on us. 3rd time we're playing these guys. We're the ones we're at home, we should win. And again, but our seniors helped run this team and lead this team, and they did a heck of a job. And I already told both Lexi and Merritt that this is their team and they willed them to a win.
Taylor Landfair led the way for the Huskers. She had 11 kills. She's the transfer player from Minnesota, so she gets to go to the Final Four now with the Huskers. And Harper Murray was named the regional MVP.
I mean, it means a lot, but I think I owe it all to my teammates and the coaches because I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. So I'm just really thankful that I'm involved in a program like this, and I don't know where I would be without this whole staff and our whole team. So it means a lot, but I wouldn't be here without them.
Again, Harper Murray, we all know about her rocky last year or so. So she caps things off being named the MVP of the regional. And now the Huskers move on to play in the Final Four coming up on Thursday. Again, Nebraska will get to Penn State on Thursday at 8 o'clock.
What a damn story. I mean, I would come full circle for Harper Murray, and obviously, some mental health struggles and some issues, and just to be fully embraced by a team, to be given an opportunity, be given a second chance when everybody around you is screaming to get her off the team, boot her off the team. The team fully embraces her, and she's become and blossomed into one of the best volleyball players in the nation. So couldn't be more happy and proud of this volleyball team and what they've been able to accomplish. And I mean, it's been all on the gas so far for Nebraska this year, and that continued. Again, you look at Wisconsin, and not only is it hard to beat a team twice, it's really damn hard to beat a team twice that you've swept two previous times. And Wisconsin had the target on our back, and we're going after us. So to be able to pick up that win yesterday, again, in sweeping fashion, it shows you just miles of where this team is at.
So that's what's going on with volleyball. The Nebraska men's basketball team, they picked up a big win on Friday against Indiana at home, winning over the Hoosiers easily, 85-68. Bryce Williams had 30 points for Nebraska. Huskers held Indiana to just 35% shooting in the ball game, including 8 of 35 from three-point range. Husker head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Well, they stepped up in practice. That's what it was, and that's what carried over to the game. We had a phenomenal week of practice, and I talked obviously after the last one how disappointed I was in our prep heading into that Michigan State game, and I give our guys a lot of credit. They responded like men. They went out there, they played together. We got off to a great start. We wanted to make sure that we didn't dig ourselves the same hole that we did against Michigan State. And for us to go out and build that 10-point lead, the crowd was incredible. For the weather the way it is, and for the volleyball game tonight, for us to go out and get off to that start was very important. So just really proud of the guys for the week of prep that we had. Now we can't get comfortable. We have to have the same type of preparation heading into the trip to Hawaii. 3 games in 4 days when we go over there. Obviously, we've had a lot of time between games and playing a very good team in Murray State that can really shoot the basketball in the first game, I believe, next Sunday. So we're going to take tomorrow off, come in, get a good skill, work out, watch film on Sunday, and then get back to work with full contact practices on Monday, understanding that we've got a big week and preparation is going to be important for this, maybe a little more mental than physical like it was this week. But I thought we did a really good job. Obviously Bryce's numbers, you look at that, I don't care about the points. The thing I was really pleased with was the rebounds. He had really struggled rebounding the ball. He has 6 rebounds, 5 assists. We played him at some point. We wanted to give that a look, and with the foul trouble that allowed us to do that tonight. But this is one of those games, everybody that stepped on the floor contributed. That's what you look for. Thought Aaron was really good when Raleigh got those 2 fouls. That defense at the end of the game, I think they were 1 for their last 18, the last 7 minutes of that game, and that's what allowed us to stretch it. When we guard like that, we're a pretty effective team.
Huskers now 7-2 on the season. They're 1-1 in the conference. They'll play their next game on Sunday against Murray State in Honolulu. A lot of teams heading to Hawaii this week. The Hastings College women's basketball team is in Hawaii. And now the Nebraska men's basketball team also going to be in Hawaii this week. Why not, huh?
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
In the travel budget for Extreme Sports. We can take this show anywhere. Why not take it from the Pacific Ocean on the islands on the beach?
Yeah, we were going to go down and work with Scott Frost if he called, but he hasn't called.
Yep,
he hasn't called, so we can't go to Orlando. My phone is still open.
I'll be honest, even if he did, okay, so here's the thing. If Scott Frost called right now, I don't have his number, so it's not like I would answer it. And I religiously do not answer the phone if I don't recognize the number. If I do not have you saved in my phone, I will make you option A, send a text for the love of God. Please, it's 2024. Send me a text message. Option B, you could leave a voicemail, although I will be 100% honest with you, I'm probably not going to check it.
You don't check your voicemail?
No.
Why?
Because my voicemail says, "Hey, this is Tyson. Sorry you missed me. Please send me a text message and let me know what you want."
Or leave me a message.
Nope. There's none of that. It says,
really?
My voicemail, if you call it right now, it'll say, "Hey, sorry you missed me. Please send a text message, and I will try to get back to you as quickly as possible."
Really?
Basically, because if you send me a text message, then I can prioritize its level of importance to when I get back to you. Yeah, I got a whole system, man. And it does not. So if Scott Frost called, and even if he left a voicemail, I probably wouldn't ever know.
That's because you dished him when he was the head coach in Nebraska.
Oh yeah, he got on my socials, man.
Yeah, he's not calling you.
He got on my socials. He's like, oh.
You'd be stuck back here. You'd be stuck back here in Hastings. If Scott called me, I could do my portion of my show in Orlando.
This guy, he wants me to get a fullback. What's this guy know?
And if he doesn't call either one of us, we'd be open to maybe doing the show in a couple of years
from Hawaii.
Wouldn't that be great?
Just
of course, look at the time differential, though.
Oh, it'd be like 4 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah, in order for us to get on the air by 7 o'clock.
Oh God, that wouldn't happen.
It'd have to be. Is that right? We'd have to be on the air at 4 o'clock.
How long is the? Because it's like
the time zone.
2 hours to the coast, right?
Yeah, it's 2 hours to the coast. It's probably only got another hour, so 3 hours.
Maybe 4.
God,
I don't know what the time zone is in Hawaii.
We'd have to be on the air at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
God, I'd just be getting to bed.
No, yeah, we just stay up. Our time schedule would be all messed up. Yeah, we do this at the end of the day instead of the beginning of the day.
There you go.
That wouldn't work either.
Sit down at the supper table with you.
That wouldn't work either. That we do our show at the end of the day after a day on the beach.
God,
that wouldn't work.
You imagine us trying to get technological stuff figured out after a day on the beach?
We'd have to leave it all set up. We'd have to take our IT man. He'd be in charge of setting us up.
This trip's getting expensive.
It would be. That's why we're not. That's why we're not there. We could go with the men's basketball team. The guys are in Florida. I've been down there. I've been down there with the guys before. That was fun down in Miami. Now that would work out well for us because they're on the Eastern time zone.
Weren't you in Miami? And because of the way that you have trained your brain to get to gymnasiums early, wasn't the gym still locked? Or the arena still locked when you were trying to get in Miami, and you were like stranded in Miami because you took a taxi down there? There's some story there that you were like 3.5 hours early.
I think getting out of the gym, I think I had a taxi lined up, and he didn't come pick me up. So I had to call the assistant coach for the men's basketball team to come pick me up as I was standing out on the street corner out in Miami by myself.
Yeah.
And I was there for a couple of hours because the taxi didn't come pick me up.
Was that back in the Baja era?
Yeah, Chippers, he had to come pick me up.
Chip did?
Yeah, Chip picked me up.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, Chippers, he came back and picked me up. I was standing out in front of the arena like 2 hours after the game with my bags.
This after you had been at the arena 3 hours before the game, and now 2 hours after. That's neat.
I didn't feel safe that day either.
Miami taxi service at its finest.
Could have ended my career right there on the Miami street corner.
What, riding with Chip or?
No, I wasn't concerned about that Chip. I was concerned about him getting there.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. Good old
by the way, Amber says it's 4 hours time differential.
Oh, hell.
We couldn't make that. We couldn't make that. That means we'd have to go on the air at 3 a.m. our time.
That's good math. I was going to say 2. I'm glad you saved it.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. No matter. Yeah, no wonder we're not in Hawaii with a basketball team.
There are reasons. There are signs.
But we would consider it.
Yeah.
If they go again, we're gonna be on the trip.
Okay. Awesome.
I'll just start working it into the budget. One way or the other, you and I are going to go on one of these trips with the basketball teams.
That'd be great.
I think we could do a show from anywhere. We'd have a blast doing it, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we need to get some like Hawaiian shirt, extreme
I got
sports
some
shirts.
I don't have extreme sports Hawaiian shirts, but I got a Hawaii shirt.
Oh, same.
Yeah, well, everybody's got those stupid shirts. It's like that stupid star I put up. I got a stupid shirt I can wear.
Speaking of the Hawaiian shirts, did you see the one yesterday in the Nebraska game? His Hawaiian shirt had corn.
I saw that.
It was amazing. I loved it. I thought it was the greatest thing. I asked for it for Christmas.
I was having a dinner at Bullseye yesterday, and somebody mentioned that, and I think the consensus was, boy, that's an ugly-looking shirt.
Which is exactly why I...
Would you wear that corn shirt?
Oh, yeah.
You would wear something like that.
I'm a very loud wardrobe person. Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't be caught dead in that corn shirt.
But you're more than happy to walk around in a chicken suit. I mean, that's potato.
I don't know how that guy went to the game with that, and then was seen on TV
multiple times.
Not only was he seen by everybody in Lincoln, that everybody in the nation saw that damn corn shirt. That thing was ugly.
I can't wait to get one.
Anyway, the Nebraska men, when they beat Indiana, the Nebraska women, they played Chattanooga yesterday. They won 66-42 at PBA. Huskers pulled away by outscoring the Mocs 22-12 in the fourth quarter. Alexis Markowski, 18 points and 8 rebounds for Nebraska. And Amy talked about pulling away in the fourth quarter of that one.
Yeah, what I was really proud of is that we were able to make some adjustments with our defensive scheme and, just our ball screen coverages. And we forced a few turnovers that led to some transition points for us. And that was really good to see. We've talked about this team being flexible, being able to adjust. And we were prepping with not having their starting point guard in the lineup, which is what they played their previous game with, and then all of a sudden she's in the starting lineup and plays 32 minutes, and so you kind of adjust your game plan accordingly, and I thought our kids did a pretty good job, especially there towards the end, kind of getting used to that.
Nebraska now 7-2 in the season, 1-1 in the conference. Their next game is coming up on Sunday against no, that ain't right. Nebraska is now 10-1 in the season. They're going to play their next game on Saturday at Georgia Tech. Tip-off will be at 4:30. I think the game is actually in Atlanta. But it's Georgia Tech and Nebraska coming up on Saturday in women's college basketball with a tip at 4:30. The corn shirt, somebody chimed in and said that it was actually somebody's dad that plays on the team.
Oh, there you go.
He was wearing that corn shirt.
Give new meaning to the term dad bod, I suppose.
God. Anyway, that's what's going on with the Huskers. Again, the Hastings College women's basketball team, they got finals today. And they're going to be heading to Omaha. They'll fly out early tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. is their scheduled day. That's another problem we'd have. They're flying out at 5 a.m. Trying to get you at the airport at 5 wouldn't work.
No. We'd have to go the day before.
I see a lot of hurdles. In our quest to maybe get to Hawaii the next time Hastings College women or the guys go to Hawaii. I see a lot of hurdles in getting this broadcast. We'd have to get you to the airport, number one, at 3 a.m.
No wonder we don't make plans to take this show abroad. Good Lord.
We have a hard enough time.
Just getting me up at 6:30 is hard enough, man.
So, the women are playing in Hawaii this week. The guys are in Florida. Guys will play tomorrow at 3, and the women will play on Thursday at 3 o'clock in Hawaii. So, God, that'd be nice, though. Sitting out on the beach with this type of weather.
Next, put it in the budget. We'll do it. We'll figure out where there's a will, there's a way.
I'll put her on the budget, but the next hurdle is executing.
We'll figure out a way.
We'd figure out a way. We got a whole year. They're not going again. this year. So we got a whole year to figure it out.
That sounds like a couple work meetings that need to happen, too. Figure that out.
It's just what we need is another work meeting. I know how those things go. All right, you're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. It's another work week. It's a Monday, and it's already 7:54.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Local news this hour brought to you in part by the Hastings Federal Credit Union, lighting the way to financial success since 1946. Hastings Federal Credit Union is proud to be your trusted long-term financial partner. They're committed to providing the highest level of quality services. The Hastings Federal Credit Union providing banking services to all those living or working in Adams, Clay, Webster, Nuckolls, Thayer, and Fillmore counties. And with affordable loan rates, mobile banking, and a friendly staff that treats you like family, why would you go anywhere else? Hastings Federal Credit Union, 707 North Marion Road, or online, HastingsFCU.org. Hastings Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. News across the Tri-Cities this morning. First, more details on the house fire at 205 East 4th Street in Hastings last week. Cause of the fire has been determined to be accidental, involving portable propane heaters, which ignited nearby combustibles. The house is a total loss. The conversation surrounding the future of the smallest elementary school in Grand Island, that's Seedling Mile, will come to fruition on Tuesday, when the Board of Education will hold an action item and a vote on the future of Seedling Mile Elementary. The goal, making the decision before winter break to provide students, staff, and families and the community a decision as early in the school year as possible. And we finish in Kearney, where the Fred and Pamela Buffett Cancer Center in Kearney opened its doors to the public Friday. With the traditional cancer treatments, the opening of the center also providing a stronger path for education for medical students. The project was at $52 million and offers typical cancer services as well as a resource center for comfort care. 7:56, we'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's happening in sports?
Well, Nebraska is set to hire Central Florida defensive coordinator Addison Williams as their new secondary coach. Williams has spent the last 4 years with the Knights. Before that, he spent time at Coastal Carolina and Auburn. Former Nebraska quarterback Danny Kaelin is transferring to Virginia. He will have 4 years of eligibility remaining. Danny did not appear in a game for the Huskers in 2024 and entered the transfer portal earlier this month. The Nebraska men's basketball team beat Indiana 85-68 on Friday. Huskers will play on Sunday against Murray State in Honolulu. The Nebraska women, they beat Chattanooga yesterday 66-42. The Huskers now 10-1. They'll play at Georgia Tech on Saturday. The Hastings College women's basketball team lost to number 1 ranked Dordt on Saturday in Sioux Center 92-54. The Broncos will play at 3 o'clock on Thursday against Benedictine of Kansas in Honolulu. Hastings College men's basketball team lost to Dordt 99-68. The Broncos now 1-9, 0-6 in the conference. They'll be in Florida this week, where they'll play Kaiser University on Tuesday at 3. And in the late NFL game last night, Green Bay beat Seattle by the score of 30-13.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
As we head back to work and school on this Monday, plenty of sunshine today, a high close to 50 degrees, but it'll be breezy. West-northwest winds 5 to 15, while some gusts in the mid-20s. Overnight tonight, we have more clouds coming into the picture. Overnight low of 26. Tuesday, a few more clouds, will still be mild, a high of 46 degrees. We'll still have some wind with some gusts out of the south at about 20 miles per hour. 29 is the Tuesday night to Wednesday morning low, and 40s to 50s the rest of the week.
Right now we've got south winds at 10 miles per hour, gust at 21. It is clear, 33 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
All right, Mike Will, Tyson Urbanic. It's a Monday huddle up here on Extreme Sports as we've blown ourselves through another hour here.
Get ready for another week, and like you said, be downloading the podcast this week, be downloading the show. Make sure and give us a like, a follow, a subscription on YouTube, because we're going to be making picks all week. It is a celebration of the bowl season, and we will be giving you daily picks here on the show with our Bowl Bonanza. Might even throw a few guest predictions in there from Tim Stroman as well. But we've got our confidence points up. And again, the standings update right now. Mike in the lead, but I have not given any points up yet with going 2 for 2. So despite going 2 for 2, I got to give it to Mike. He was on top of the confidence points of the Jaguars. So
Looking forward to the Frisco Bowl tomorrow. Memphis and West Virginia.
Not to be confused with the Friskies Bowl, which is cat food. But I don't think they have a bowl game.
Frisco Bowl, obviously that's going to be out in San Francisco. Huh?
Oh, there you go.
Probably
that makes sense.
Probably in the 49ers Stadium. So that's just coming up tomorrow. The next day we got the Boca Raton Bowl and the L.A. Bowl. Got the New Orleans Bowl the following night. Boy, this is a big week of bowl games.
That's Bowl Bonanza. It's a Bowl Bonanza. Blazing 5, typical Friday.
So that's all coming up this week. Anything else hot and heavy going on this week?
No, I'm just T-minus 3 hours to figure out what I'm going to get for this White Elephant gift exchange that I got to go to this afternoon.
Do you have like a dollar limit?
20.
$20?
20.
You can buy a lot of stuff for $20.
I know, but then what am I going to get everybody else?
$20. Is this for students?
No, it's for staff.
Staff?
Yeah, staff party.
So you can't really buy a women's gift, like a candle or something.
No, I mean could
because it could go to a guy. That'd be embarrassing. I know, but that'd be embarrassing if a guy got a candle.
I don't know. I could use one around these parts, this studio.
Let's see, what else can I give you? I don't know.
Stupid star.
I'd sell my stupid star for $20.
I'll come over and grab it. There you go. Bring it with you when you bring the paycheck button.
Bring the stupid star with me. I'd sell that to you for $20.
Oh, stupid star.
It works. Last time I checked it, I think when I came home last night, it was on.
There you go.
I'd sell that to you for $20.
Well, then how are you getting home?
Stupid
star.
star.
Get home without the beacon from the stupid star.
All right. Well, good luck on finding you a white elephant.
Thank you.
Gift today.
Yeah.
That's what's on your agenda.
That's literally the only thing, and getting a meat and cheese tray.
What's that for?
Well, we're bringing potluck. They said, what can you bring? I said, I can bring a meat and cheese tray.
So for lunch, you're doing this?
Yeah.
Am I invited?
You want to be my plus one?
All right.
Happy holidays.
I'll let you take care of that today.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, we'll do this again.